friends. If you have not made your mind map, the mind map about your favorite food or your favorite treat, you're on the wrong video. I need you to please go back and watch the video that I posted yesterday, make a brainstorming chart, and then come back and watch this one, and I'll tell you how to write it. But if you already have created your brainstorm and you're here to put your brainstorm all together, this is the place to be. Okay, so today again we're going to write about our favorite treat, and the treat that I chose was popcorn. Now, when I left, I had a whole brainstorm chart up here. So I'm trying to remember what I wrote in my brainstorm chart. I tried as best as I could to remember, and it was something like this. So I said popcorn is my favorite treat. It tastes, oh goodness, it's hard. It looks backwards to me when I look in the camera. It tastes buttery and salty. It sounds crunchy and loud. It smells buttery and burnt. It feels light and squishy, and it looks white and is fluffy as a cloud. So if you have this in hand, now I am going to help you through the second step, which is to turn this into a piece of writing rather than just a brainstorm. Okay, so we're going to start with the center concept. My favorite food is, or my favorite treat is, and I'm going to write popcorn, but you're going to write whatever you like. So let's begin our sentence with a capital letter. And I'm going to come in a little bit. When we write a paragraph, we do something called indenting. So I'm going to come in a little bit to the right to begin my paragraph about my favorite food. My favorite, and I think that I prefer the word treat over food. My favorite, now I'll give you a chance to write too. And remember, you can always pause this if I'm moving too quickly. My favorite treat is popcorn. So that is sentence number one. Now, our subsequent sentences are going to be all about how it feels, how it smells, what it tastes like, okay? This is going to be so easy to write. You did all the hard work yesterday. So my favorite treat is popcorn. Now I'm going to go to any of the senses, and I'm going to write about any one I want. So, I think I'll start first about the way that it tastes. Buttery and salty. Okay, I'm going to start there. So, we're going to start with a capital letter because we always begin our sentences with a capital letter. It tastes buttery and salty. It tastes buttery and salty. Now it is your turn to write. Let me write what you need to write, and then you might finish your writing after. You can pause the video. That would actually be the best idea. So you can stay with me and you can finish it up with me. So please write the words, it tastes, as your second sentence. Please write, oh, somebody's calling. Please write, it tastes. And then you fill in the blank. You can pause the video now if you need time. We're moving on. So I've already done it tastes, so I can even cross that off my mind map just to feel better about things. It tastes. What does it sound like? Here we go. It sounds. And I said it sounds crunchy and loud, especially if you're in the movie theater, right? Then it sounds really loud. Oh, I can't answer that right now. It sounds crunchy. Oh no, I can't fit it. And this is a single syllable word, so I'm going to erase it because with a longer word, I might be able to divide it, but I can't divide it by syllables. It just won't work out very well. It sounds crunchy, and loud. Period. Now it's your job to write. It sounds So, my favorite treat is, that's part that you need to write, then you need to fill in what your favorite treat is. It tastes, and tell me how it tastes. It sounds, tell me how it sounds. Pause the video if you need to finish your sentences. Okay, so now we have done taste and we've done sound. We have 3 more senses to write about. It smells. How does it smell? It smells buttery and burnt. It smells. This is the part that you will write, correct? It smells buttery and burnt. Buttery and burnt. Okay, so pause the video if you want to write your sentence about how it smells. Next up is how does it feel? So let's cross off. Why do I keep closing this pen? I don't know. I've got to put my top far away, so I stopped that habit. Okay, so buttery and burnt. It feels light and squishy. It feels so of course your job is to write it feels, but you might not have chosen popcorn. You might have chosen another food. It feels light and squishy. Squishy. It feels light and squishy. And the last sense that we have is, how does it look? And so I wrote that it looks white and fluffy as a cloud. So be sure you wrote it feels, and now we're going to write about how it looks. And you know, instead of saying it every single time, I'm going to say the name of the food again. And especially because it's the last sentence. So perhaps you want to repeat the name of the food so people don't forget what you're writing about. Popcorn looks as white and fluffy as a cloud. Looks as white. Oh, I could have written popcorn up here, but that's okay. Looks as white and fluffy as a cloud. Period. All right. Now, one thing that I always like to do, let's underline that looks, right? That's our 5th sense. Is, and I always encourage you to do it too, is to read your writing again and make sure it makes sense. This happens all the time, that you might forget to put in a word, or you might realize that the phrasing of your sentence doesn't make sense, or you might realize you want to add a detail, and you can do that on your second read. So let's take a look. My favorite treat is popcorn. It tastes buttery and salty. It sounds crunchy and loud. It smells buttery and burnt. It feels light and squishy. Popcorn looks as white and fluffy as a cloud. And if we wanted to put a little sentence at the end to tie it all up, you might say, popcorn is the best. I think I'll add an ending sentence. After reading it again, it makes me feel like there's something missing at the end. So I'm going to add that final sentence. Popcorn. Oh, I can divide the word here easily at the syllable. Pop, then I will make a little dash there. Corn is delicious. Popcorn is delicious. Okay, so I cannot wait to hear about your favorite food. Please share it with me in Class Dojo. Take a photo of your work, and I will show your work to the class. If you've done a really good job, which I'm sure you will, I can't wait to read it and share it with the class. Happy writing. Bye.